And you know what that cost him? $50,000. I hope that pizza was worth it. I hope that pizza was worth it because that would stick in my craw until the day I died. Welcome to Tigs Bits. I'm fired the hell up. I'm not going to lie. We've got a loaded show for you. We got crawfish crimes, viral cats at sea, a bass fisherman who ordered pizza mid-tournament, and of course, we got to show some love to our boy T-Bob A-Bear making the big move to Barstool Sports. Yes, sir. Before I dive in, do me a favor. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead, smash the like button. I don't say this stuff enough. I don't like saying it. It makes me feel cheesy, but I got to do it. We got to do it. It does help. It really does. So smash the like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't. And, of course, you can always find everything, past shows, merch, Patreon link, all that good stuff at tigsbits.com. At times I have to remember this is not a regional show. Y'all, none of y'all are really from Louisiana, so y'all don't know who the hell T-Bob A-Bear is. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're a fan of Barstool Sports and you like that content that those guys do, you're going to know who T-Bob is. And it's unbelievable. This is a home run hire for Barstool. I mean, it is not even, I've been saying this for years on this show. I've said it on this show multiple times. Blasey and I've talked about it. I mean, man, T-Bob's a whole other animal. He just is. But he's one of those dudes that whenever you meet him in person, he just makes you feel like you're the most important person in the room. Like you have this connection. He's one of those dudes. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know the kind of person that I'm talking about. He's been doing it for a long time. He's a very humble dude in a way. In a way, he's totally not. But man, he is a perfect freaking fit. Just a perfect freaking fit at Barstool. So I'm so excited for him. And in here in Baton Rouge, they have, it's called OTB in the morning, and it's a morning show with Jacob Hester, former San Diego and Denver. I think he played at Denver too, and of course LSU great Jacob Hester. They host a morning show and off the bench OTB, and it's fantastic. They've been doing it for a long time. It's changed a little bit. Like T-Bob did that with a guy named Jordy Collada for a while, and Jordy kind of got fired. I mean, there is no kind of to it. So, just done a great job with that show. T-Bob A-Bear's Bobby A-Bear's son, which really has no bearing on it. The dude's made his own name. It has nothing to do with that. But as T-Bob says, whenever he first started, he got his first gig like on WWL in New Orleans, and that kind of helped to propel him into where he's at. I remember days when he had first started, just graduated college. He played at LSU. He was a good player. He was a good football player. He won because he jumped off sides. LSU beat Tennessee and got an extra play. Great move. I think he did it on purpose. He claims he did. Anyhow, he's hilarious. But his accolades, like I remember tailgating, and there's T-Bob starting to try to get interviews and stuff from people. He looked hungover as hell, just like looked like he wanted to be there, but he didn't want to be there, if that makes any sense. But he's a gamer. Dude is a gamer. He's a grinder. He grinds. So just tip of the cap to T-Bob. I'm so happy for him, man. I really, really am. I mean, it's going to be sad. And what he said in watching the farewell show tomorrow, actually, when y'all listen to this, you can go back and see it at 104.5 ESPN in Baton Rouge. Your boy used to have a show there. Still good friends with everybody there. Great place. But T-Bob he said he's so grateful for the 18 years that he spent here in Louisiana. He grew up in Atlanta, I do believe. I'm distantly kin to the dude, which is crazy. I'm kin to his mother. I think we're third or fourth cousins, so distantly kin to T-Bob. Anyhow, I told him that one night. I've told him that more than one night. It's T-Bob. He don't remember. He said he was coming on the show, too, by the way. He was going to come on the show. This has all happened. I got a feeling it's going to be a minute before we're going to get T-Bob on here now. He said he's so grateful for the 18 years that he spent here, and he wants to thank every single person who has chosen to spend their time with us these last few years, and he knows our time is precious, and I do not take for granted all those who spent so many mornings laughing and talking with us through the years. It was a tough show to watch. It shocked everybody. They've known this was coming for a little while, so they were prepared for it. But, yeah, just local sports talk radio, but you guys get ready because you're going to see him very, very, very soon. And, in fact, he already kind of started yesterday. He already got a nice little start at Barstool Sports. Pardon the language here, but this is a little bit of a taste of what you're in for.
Oh, well. Feels pretty fucking good. Fuck this shit. Not for long, Brandon. Rubbing my hemorrhoided ass all over your chair, just keeping it warm for you. Fuck your chair, bitch.
You know, that's what you're going to get. That is going to be what you get. Already, obviously, made it to Chicago, been in there, been in the studio, him and Brandon Walker doing a college football show. Please, where do I sign up for that show? That is what I want. So, I mean, look, a little bit sad that we'll be losing him here in Baton Rouge. No doubt whatsoever. It's going to stink, but kudos, Barstool. Job freaking well done, T-Bob, and congratulations, brother. I can't wait to see what you do. If you remember, we've shown this video a couple of times on the show over the last year or so. When Blasey and I got to go do the draft, that's my little tag over there. When we got to go do that, the draft starts here in Mobile, the Reese's Senior Bowl, all of that stuff. He was there too, and he did this whole crazy fun bit and just, I mean, amazing. It's going to be fun to see what happens with T-Bob, and it'll be a lot more fun than seeing Mincy. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Mincy, but thank God. I think Mincy's going to end up getting fired out of this whole deal. He's just a buffoon, man. He can't get there on time. He tries so hard. I've defended Mincy for a long time. I find him funny. I've met Mincy a few times at football games and stuff like that, but God help him. I know that a lot of you guys don't really follow professional bass fishing out there and probably could care less, but this kind of stuck in your boy's craw a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Frankly, it pissed me off, honestly, and I will explain why. Just watch this clip.
She's been working at Verona's for years. She's there every single day. Right. And I did not know she would deliver to the boat ramp, or I would have been hitting her up.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, he's right there by Verona's. It's just right across those trees right there.
No, I know on the water it's a little cooler, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
I wish his card would decline, though, with $100,000 check in the bank.
He better be a big tipper after the few weeks he's had.
Yeah. I'm going to ask her what he tipped her.
I'll send some people your way. Verona's Italian Cafe.
He is having a
kitchen?
blessed day.
Verona Italian Cafe, we have authentic Italian food.
Oh, I'm killing it today. Verona's and newer name.
Oh, yeah. It's good. I've eaten it. It's the best Italian I've ever had in my life.
She's more of a legend than I am.
Thank you.
At Lake Fork.
Let me give you the setup of what the hell's happening at this point in time when this all goes down. Paul Marks is the guy's name. He is in the lead, and they're on the historic Lake Fork. It's a big bass fishery. They just grow lunkers there. They have a slot, the way that they do the tournament. They're weighing fish in the boat, and that is what it is, because they have this slot limit. So a lot of these fish they have to throw back. So they have to put them back. They can keep one over a certain number of inches that they can show to the crowd at the weigh-in or whatever. But the weight is the official weight. Okay, so there's no guessing. You know what people have, right? Now, the anglers themselves do not know what everybody has. And that morning, he had started off hell of a day. He had 32 pounds and with 5 bass. I mean, that is a strong average, you know, 6.25 pound average or whatever it is. And I can tell you right now, I'm looking at 2 of the biggest bass that I've ever caught in my life just above me. Y'all can't see it's out of the shot, humble brag. But my best day ever was 32 pounds. That's an insane day. Just understand that is an insane day if y'all don't bass fish. 32-pound day, crazy. But your own Lake Fork. And that was in the back of my mind when I saw this video. I didn't care if he was leading. It had nothing to do with anything else except for he stopped fishing. He quit fishing for 20 damn minutes to go and get a pizza. I mean, by the time you make the call, you do this, you do that, you run to the dock, you get it, you have that conversation. That's a minute. That conversation was a minute. At a minimum, it took 20 minutes out of his day. He lost by 1 pound. Less than 1 pound. He actually lost by less than 1 pound. And you know what that cost him? $50,000. I hope that pizza was worth it. Because that would stick in my craw until the day I died. It is hard to win a tournament. It's hard to win any kind of a professional tournament, be it golf, whatever, bowling, fishing, any of that stuff. So when you get the chance and you get a chance to, bam, slam that door, you do it. I kind of got a little vocal on social media about it and talking to Ronnie Moore with Bassmaster, and it was funny. He said, look, I don't think that just because this guy caught a 9-pounder, it had nothing to do with him ordering a pizza. No, that's a fact. It didn't. The guy who caught the 9-pounder took the lead not long after that. Paul Marks never saw the lead again. He never had the lead again in the rest of the tournament after he got a pizza. Should always be chasing. And then Trey McKinney, who had probably the best day of the whole tournament. I think he caught 38 pounds, a little over 38 pounds. He said after he caught a 9-pounder to upgrade, and he would have had to have a 7.4 or 7.3 to even upgrade his bag after that. He said, maybe I should order a pizza, and he laughed it off. He was like, no way. He knew he wasn't going to win the tournament, but he knew that he had a monster bag. He's like, I would never do that. I hadn't seen any of that footage on Bassmaster. They took that down. They've not shown that. They haven't shown it. I hope that somebody will put it out there. Somebody recorded it because, I mean, that's the truth. That's the way I feel. And it pisses me off because at one point in time, I wanted to be a professional bass fisherman. And if you don't respect the game enough that you're going to quit to stop to eat pizza, that tells me so much that I need to know about you. And this has nothing to do with a younger generation or forward-facing sonar or any of that stuff. It just means you ain't all in. You are not all in. Trey McKinney makes all these mistakes, doesn't get back to the dock in time, all this stuff. But that dude's all in. He is all in. He lives it, breathes it, and he always thinks that he can catch a fish bigger. Anyhow, I know that you guys may not necessarily care about all that, but I think you can understand the point that why would you quit when you have that good of a chance to make up $100,000? Dude, just quit. Dude, just quit. I'll tell you something now that did quit too. What if I told you you could quit your job today, cash out your 401k, grab your cat if you have one or your dog, and you just sailed to the unknown? Well, one guy has done exactly that. I don't know if y'all been following this dude, this sensation, sailing with Phoenix. I don't know if y'all have seen him. He's all over social media right now. He's on TikTok is where I discovered him. And man, I'll tell you what, let me just show you. I want to show you this guy's story.
My name is Oliver. I work a corporate job at a tire shop. I absolutely hate this life. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a sailboat and I'm going to sail around the world for the rest of my life until I die. This is the start of my journey. And this is day one of crossing the Pacific Ocean and sailing from Oregon to Hawaii. And I made it past the graveyard of the Pacific, and this is my first time sailing outside of a river. And I'm going for Hawaii. So it could take me anywhere between 20 to 30 days. So feel free to follow the journey. There is nothing but open ocean and a beautiful sunset. I did it. I did it.
How amazing is that? I mean, this dude, just a little bit more, goes a little bit deeper than that. 29-year-old dude from Oregon. He got this 1990s sailboat, and he has his cat Phoenix. That's why it's sailing_with_Phoenix. And he has his YouTube page. You can follow him there too, Sailing with Phoenix. Obviously, that's where I just showed that. But man, very bold. What a bold deal. He got tired of doing his deal. And he said he's leaving that sucker. Liquidated that 401k. He was diagnosed with a rare spinal condition that could risk paralysis for him. That motivated the dude to be able to go and do this, which I get. He's like, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to be mobile, quote unquote. And so he did. So he's embarked on this journey, and every day he checks in. You can find it on TikTok and Twitter. There's there's Sailing with Phoenix pages that have popped up naturally and all of that. But it's just a lot of fun. It's very inspiring to see that this dude is out there just doing his thing. He's over halfway there. He's had some problems. He's had to fix the dang rudder. I mean, you're in the middle of the freaking Pacific Ocean and your rudder goes out. This is not a good thing. Not a good thing. He does have a radio on board. He's had some weird communication with things. Like, I can't stop following this deal. I want to know, and I haven't seen today's catch-up video to see what's happening. But he has Starlink, obviously. That's the only way he could be doing this. There's not going to be any cell service out there. But how wild is that, man? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Oh, yeah. It is nuts. Paul Rogers says that he follows bass fishing very casually, thanks to me and old Tigs Bass Fishing. Look, it ain't for everybody. I understand that. I get that totally. It's my jam, and it has been. But just like anything else with bass fishing, it can be like wrestling in a sense. You know what I mean? Like wrestling, you've got heels, you've got baby faces. That's kind of starting to happen right now in bass fishing. Drama, a lot of drama going on in bass fishing. I love it. I think it's fun to watch. I think the drama's fun. Who cares? It keeps eyes on it. In fact, the Lake Fork tournament had the highest viewership in the history of Bassmaster because they show it on FS1 on Fridays and definitely on Saturday mornings. And then the final day, they show it in the morning, Sunday morning and maybe the end on Fox. I mean, they have a good partnership, so it gets some exposure. But yeah, man, yeah. Paul says that he saw that on Barstool about T-Bob. It's gonna be so much fun, dude. It really is, man. It really is. Look, if you're enjoying this show, hit the like button. It helps us a lot more than you would ever freaking know. It really, really does. I got to get better about pointing that out Just got to be honest with you. I'm terrible, and I have been since the inception of this show, but it really does help. It really, really does. Chance Alexander, what is going on, my man? He loves him some T-Bob. Don't we all, man? Don't we all? We're going to miss him here in Baton Rouge locally, but again, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think we're going to see more of T-Bob, probably more than we have seen, honestly, and I can't wait. It's going to be fun. I know I keep looking over here. What am I looking at? I'm looking at my other monitor. I'm bringing up the next thing I got to show you, and I got to break this down. I'm glad you're in here, Chance. This is one of, I'll just say it is definitely one of the craziest videos that I've seen. Paul, you've mentioned that you don't know a whole lot about crawfish and crawfish boils and all that. You're about to see kind of how it goes down and how one happens. And it starts off, well, I'm going to tell you right now, number one, this garlic that is about to go in, people are not a fan of that at all.
Today, another crawfish bowl. We're going in with a whole jar of minced garlic.
All right, so this is...
Get the germs.
It's pretty normal
wash the crawfish
with the garlic. Well, number one, the garlic's highly controversial, okay? So people get pissed about that if you put minced garlic. I used to use minced garlic when I'd boil crawfish. However, I put it in a sock that would not let all the little white pieces get all over all the crawfish, and you get it all on the shells and all that. So, yeah, Chance immediately, nope, on minced garlic. So we're starting off bad. This gets crazier.
To purge them really good, you want to add magnesium citrate to them so all the poop gets out of their system.
So that is going to, number one, you can't purge a crawfish. Just so you know, LSU's done studies on this. Not possible. You cannot purge them. People used to add salt. You're just asking for it if you're going to coat crawfish in that. That's just basically X-Lax, for God's sakes. I mean, come on.
Hal's liquid seafood bowl. We're going to add 2 bottles of
this part, okay.
A bag of
Again,
Hal's
no
seafood
problem.
bowls,
Hal's seafood bowl, fantastic.
We'll add another bag of that later. Going in with lemons and
no problem.
oranges.
Okay.
And yes,
Sure.
there's more. Time to go in with all the sides. I have deer sausage, onions, unwashed potatoes, unwashed mushrooms, whole garlic.
Why would you waste
corn,
deer
and
sausage
I think
in
that's
this?
it
But
on
okay.
there.
But
Oh, and little smokies. Those are so freaking good in
just
here. I
a
swear.
raw one he ate.
Trust. Damn it, that was hot. Time for the first batch to go in. And
Homie
yes, they're
is
still
struggling
alive. Yes,
here.
they're
Get a
clean.
basket.
Everything will be fine.
Get some gloves. But there you go. You're boiling
We're
crawfish.
just gonna go night-night. Really quick. We just turned the heat off, and now it's time for them to start soaking. And we're gonna add a pineapple and let that soak.
Okay. So we're cool right here at this point. No on the garlic. We agree on that. Chance. The rest, however you want to do it. Okay. Interesting. Citrusy, no problems. Pineapple, sure. I mean, we're getting a little bit crazy, but the X-Lax, no. Okay, yes, Chance says that he's had little smokies a couple weeks ago. I could totally see that. I have no problem with that at all. He might would have wanted to cook it first. I guess they are cooked, but, whatever. We're about to go off the rails.
We're also adding
no
fresh
problems
green
with green beans, though we've started to add everything.
Guys. We're also going in with fresh okra.
Out on that.
So good in there.
Out on okra.
And
I do not want my crawfish to get slippery, slimy, and slick. I don't want that okra. No.
That stuff soak and cook while the crawfish is soaking. We almost forgot.
Why are we doing this now? Why are we doing this now?
It can melt while it's soaking. First batch of crawfish is done. Gonna go in with that real squeeze butter.
Why? No. Why?
And some more of Hal's seafood.
No. All right, so you're going to add this butter after the fact. Why? You just put butter in after the fact. This is where this goes just completely off the charts for me. I'm not a sprinkler. I get it. Okay, if you want to dust, if you want to be a duster, dust away. At least you're using the great Hal's, cooking with Hal's. amazing seasoning, so no problem with that. But I'm personally not a duster, but you're gonna chunk in garlic out of the jar after you've already jarred it in the water. Then you're gonna put it into the damn crawfish and let these just marinate in the cooler and dust. And oh my God.
Food boil seasoning. And then he's gonna shake that up and it'll soak into them with the heat. We added the pineapple back in to soak a little longer. And now we're going in with frozen cheese ravioli.
What? No! Don't do it!
And some unwashed shrimp.
Okay. But
And we just let those cook off the heat for like 2 minutes. And it'll
2 minutes?
Go Astros! Taking the pineapple out.
2 minutes?
The shrimp and ravioli are
2
done.
minutes? You're going to let those shrimp, cause that water is not boiling anymore. That water is no longer boiling. What in the hell are these people doing? The pineapple, of course it wasn't cooked at first. And then now, oh my God. Now you're going to put noodles in there for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, cheese ravioli. Why do you do this to yourself?
So
there's no way
yummy.
that shrimp looked like that in 2
We
minutes.
do the
There's
same thing
just
with the
no
second
way.
batch, except we're going in
Okay,
with
now we're going to do
jalapenos
jalapenos.
and more of Hal's liquid boil, and then everything else is the same.
That's terrible. There's parts of this, Paul. There's parts of this that are correct in how you do a seafood boil, as they call it, or how you do a crawfish boil. But God, there's so much of it that is offensively, just completely offensively wrong. Totally wrong. There's no way that these people didn't do that just to get engagement on social media. I mean, because it worked. Here we are talking about it. It has to work. But I mean, what a cheap way to get clicks and all that. There's no way in hell that people enjoyed that. Little Smokies, sure. All right, fellas. You've ever started looking at your hairline in the mirror and you're whispered, come on, buddy, hang on. Where are you going? Well, this next story might just change your life, because UCLA scientists say that they might be this close to curing baldness. That's right. UCLA scientists have made a significant stride in addressing hair loss by identifying a small molecule dubbed PP405. Basically, it's capable of reactivating dormant hair follicle stem cells. This discovery offers hope for individuals experiencing various forms of hair loss. So that, I mean, this is a huge thing if this actually works. They've done clinical trials, and in human trials conducted in 2023, participants applied a topical formulation to their scalps nightly for a week, and the results were promising, with researchers noting statistically significant hair regrowth. So, I say all of this to let you know that there is hope out there. If you're balding, I don't know if I'm balding or not. I think I am. I think I do have the good old, let's look, this good old receding hairline. It used to be here. It's now there. I don't really give a crap, though. But if this actually works, I might put some on my forehead, see what happens. Why not? That's going to wrap it up for us tonight, gang. This has been a fun one. I appreciate you hanging with me, letting me get this out. Stay tuned. A lot of stuff in the works. Been reaching out. Interviews are coming. Things are starting to settle down. It's kind of like I told my wife and daughter this evening. I feel like this whole year, this has been one bumpy ride on the Tigs Bit Show. I appreciate you guys more than you would ever know for hanging with us, staying with me, keeping this thing rocking and rolling. I feel like we had turbulence. And then we started to take a nosedive. JR's doing his thing, but we're still doing our stuff too. Blacey's doing his thing, no longer a part of the show. Felt like this sucker could crash, man. We're coming in, and the numbers reflect it. And that's okay. That's okay. We glided that sucker in. We landed this baby. We took it in. We got some repairs to the airplane. We got new tires. We upgraded the engine. We did our stuff. We did our due diligence. And we're back out on the runway, and we're about to take back off. That is where we're at. And I appreciate all of y'all. You really, I mean, I cannot say it enough. I really, really do appreciate y'all for sticking with us. We're going to have fun. This is going to be a fun summer. A lot of stuff planned. I'm saving this for the end. I don't want to underpromise or I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I want to do the opposite. I want to underpromise and overdeliver, and that is my intention. We're going to have a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody out there. I'll see y'all next week.